Hello, hi, and welcome to Empathic Fire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Gemini in mid-May 2020. Hello, Gemini. How are you guys doing? I hope that you are doing well. All right, friends. First off the bat, happy birthday, guys. Welcome to the start of your season. You guys are... I'm going to be recording your birthday message tomorrow because tomorrow is May 21st, so that's the first day of your season. So these are a little bit behind the mid-May messages, but regardless, Gemini, those of you born in May, those of you born in June, whenever your special day is, I hope that it's amazing. Looks like maybe Gemini season could see a little bit of normalcy return. A lot of restrictions here in the States and around the world are loosening up. People are possibly, hopefully, going back to work in some capacity. A little bit of socializing, a little bit of dining out, a little bit of, beach action. No matter what you're doing, though, please be safe, okay? I know that a lot of us are really chomping at the bit to get out there and hang around and meet with people and, just enjoy life once again. But, we still are dealing with a very serious illness, a very serious disease or virus. So I encourage everybody to, if you're going to be out there, just do it safely, okay? Also want to encourage everybody to be optimistic and not err on the side of pessimism or negativity at this time. I know that even though restrictions are loosening and we're hoping to see things get back to normal, there are still some people out there who are not in the high vibe right now. And so if you're on that journey of high vibe, if you're trying to keep, peace and calmness and beauty in your life, abundance in your life, and you got people in your energy who are just not on that track, not to say abandon them, but certainly put up those protections and allow yourself, the space to reserve your energy and not have people infringe on whatever you're doing for the betterment of yourself, okay? That's kind of what I've been encouraged to tell people as of late. So I'm sharing it with all the signs, all right? All right, Gemini, let's get into it. I have... Oh, yeah, other general announcement, guys. Like I said, your birthday message is coming up tomorrow on the 21st, so look for that to be hopefully published tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I should be able to do it. So you've got that to look forward to. You also have your live reading with me. If some of you guys are subscribed, you might already know this, or you've seen me before, you might already know this. I do live tarot readings with the specific sign of the season. So you're up next, and I'll probably do that in the second or third week in June. I don't know what the date is, but it's usually on a Saturday, usually around 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. So if you're available and you want to sit down and have a chit chat with me, or you want to have me answer some of your questions via tarot, I'm certainly more than happy to help you do that. So look out for that announcement coming up later as June is... right around the corner. So I'll probably announce it in June at some time, okay? Now, the regular stuff. So, shuffled off camera, meditated off camera. I haven't laid a spread, but this will kind of mimic how I do my personal readings for those who are unfamiliar. It's still very much a general reading, but the format is a lot more flowy than, say, my monthlies are. So that's the difference that you'll see here. Regardless, there's already a timestamp in the description box. If you want to jump ahead, go ahead and use that. It's what it's there for. If you want to get a personal reading with me, that information is down in the description box. That is what it's for. But if you happen to have a question before you place an order, if you're a little confused on something, just email me at the same address and I'll answer you as soon as I can. And if you missed it in the opening, your girl is on Instagram doing every other day, maybe twice a week polls on Instagram of Oracle cards. So if you want to follow me over there, that name is EmpathicFire Tarot. If you want to follow me there, I do those interpretations. I'm thinking of eventually doing some pick a card stuff over there. I just got to get just got to know what I want to do. Once I think of something, I really run it over and over and over and over and over again in my head before I actually bring it out and debut it. So, but yeah, if you want to support me on that platform, that would be super cool too. All right, enough of that. Let's get into this. Let's see some messages for Gemini in mid-May, please. Messages and insights and energies for Gemini in mid-May. Please show me. I feel mellow. That's good. The back of my neck feels kind of soothing. Like a massage or something. Are some of you guys going out for massages? Maybe for your birthday? Again, be safe. That's less than 6 feet apart, so be safe. Anyway, messages, energies, and insights for Gemini in mid-May. Show me. Thank you. That's it. And if you're having a massage, good for you. I would love one. personally. Messages, energies, and insights for, there we go. The Fool for Gemini, mid-May. Okay, and the Star in reverse. Ooh. Okay. I don't want to assume anything. And I think we're just going with the 2. Yeah, they just want me to go with the 2. Okay. So you got 2 major arcana out here. First one, the Fool. Secondary. Oh, this is both Aquarius, right? So this is secondary major for Aquarius. And this is primary major arcana for Aquarius, Star in reverse. Show it to you in the upright so you can get used to the artwork. So if you happen to be dealing with this with an Aquarius, good for you. That's double confirmation. But for those who aren't, the message could still apply to you. So, don't run for the hills just yet. But what I'm seeing is new adventures, new starts, being really enthusiastic to pursue whatever your heart's desire is with this Fool card, right? Look at the radiation, the radiance of that sun. Thank you, the radiation. I mean, well, again, if you're out at the beach, be safe, man. Not only bring your mask, bring your sunblock. Don't forget that. But there's this feeling of like letting it all go and rushing towards this bright new shiny day or bright new opportunity for some of you. In some cases, you're wanting to travel. Again, it's your birthday season. I get it. And you might be the first birthday except for Capricorn because they were in January, right? So basically, and maybe a little bit Aquarius. Maybe Aquarius was also in the clear. But basically Pisces, Aries, and Taurus, like they all got canceled. And you might be the first sign of throughout this period at least where you're finally going to be able to celebrate yourself. So if you are and you're traveling, again, be safe, okay? But I do get this sense of like really wanting to enjoy yourself and have a good time and really kind of let your cares like fall by the wayside. I mean, if you look at it, it looks like a dramatic dancer or something like that, but also it looks precarious, right? Like, we don't know how far down that hill is. It might not be that steep. It might just be, 8 feet or something like that. Or it could be 80 feet. We don't know. But it's like, be careful. There's something here about be careful, be careful, be careful. But your spirit, I think, is in the right place. I think your heart is in the right place, Gemini. I want your head to be in the right place. You know what I mean? You want to have a good time. You want to celebrate yourself. You want to reunite with friends. That's great. Be smart about it. You know what I mean? Like someone was telling me there was like a party like in the news, like in Chicago or something like that. And it was like hundreds of people. And it was before any type of restrictions in Illinois had been released or lifted. So be smart. That's all I'm going to say. If it's not about going out and socializing, if it's not about, celebrating yourself during your birthday season, I think that this Fool card is pointing to being reinvigorated and being inspired and feeling, again, like with the radiance of that sun, like popping through the background of the card, or just like, kind of encompassing all of the card just about. You guys are really emotionally excited. Your spirit is excited. You feel, again, reinvigorated. Like life has been put back into you, and that's great. In some of your cases, like I said, you might be a little bit foolish. You might be doing things. You might be acting before you think. I've known a few Geminis in my time, and some of you can be that way. You don't think before you act. Some of you, not all. In this case, I really feel there's like a need to think before you act. Yeah, because I feel this Fool card is very action oriented. Think before you speak, that could also apply, but really think before you act. That's like a big message. Think before you act. Star in reverse. And if it's not you, again, this is a general, I'm saying Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. It could be a friend of yours. This could be your neighbor. This could be your best friend, okay? So take what resonates, yeah? Star in reverse. See? The Star card is about healing. I'll show you again this card in the upright so you can, appreciate the artwork a little bit. When we have the Star card, it indicates that we're in a mood or in a mode or in a position of healing. We're in a position of reflection. We're able to gain a bigger perspective and, take on board some of the harder lessons or some of the harder realities that maybe we didn't want to accept. And when we have it in the reverse, we're kind of not doing that, right? Or there might be a denial of such a thing. There might be just like this, no, it's not as, listen, it's not as bad as you guys are saying. It's not as bad as this person says. It's actually pretty good. And it's like, double check your facts, double check that information. Think before you act. Again, the star is a reflective energy. You can see how active the Fool silhouette is, that person up there dancing near that cliffside. And then when you look at the silhouette of this person, they're just seated on the ground, chilling, not really active at all. So you might want to pump the brakes just a little bit, just a little bit. And again, that's hard to do when you've been cooped up inside for so long, when it is your birthday season, when your friends are excited that, oh my God, by Tina's birthday, we're going to be able to go to the beach. By Brad's birthday, we're going to be able to go here and do this stuff. Like, people around you are excited because everybody, not even people that give a shit about astrology or tarot, they're like, oh my God, we're going to have something to do other than sit at home watching Netflix all the time, eating all the bonbons, eating all the snacks out of the cupboard within 2 days after going to the market. People are dying for something to do. And if you collectively, Geminis, have reasons to be celebrated, it's your birthday, maybe there's a chance that there could be a family reunion that coincides with your birthday. Everybody's just like, let's all get together. It's Shelly's birthday on June 1st. Let's just all get together and we'll go over to grandma's house. And it's just like, wait a minute. You're asking 30 people to come to grandma's house, not only to celebrate my birthday, but just so we can all get together. Well, now that there's no, limitations, we should all just get to, wait, think before you act. Hold up. So listen, I don't want to put it all on coronavirus or, the current events, but that's what this feels like. It feels like now that the doors are open, quote unquote, or the locks are off the doors, what have you. Now everybody wants to rush back out into the world at once, en masse. And it's just like, I don't know. You can do what you want. Be safe. That's all I can say. Be safe about it. Be smart about it. Because the star in reverse isn't taking that time, isn't taking that pause, isn't trying to think of a safe way, of a healthy way to do this. Could be not about indulgence, like getting super hammered or anything like that, but indulgence as in pleasure seeking, like instant gratification. Thank you. With the star in reverse, instant gratification. Be careful. Be careful. Okay? Love you guys. I want you to have an amazing birthday, okay? I want you to be safe and happy above anything else. And if that means, delaying your June 1st birthday till maybe June 30th, technically now that would be in Cancer season, just to be on the safer side, I would do that. And that's a Leo speaking, okay? Okay, for those who don't know, Leos love to be celebrated. Leos love to party. But not in the middle of a pandemic, baby, no. But that's just me. You do what you want. All right, so let's get further information here for Gemini. What else can we tell Gemini at this time in mid-May? Okay. Hangman. See? Come on, Hangman. More information. That's another major arcana. That's 3 majors. You are being told by the guides above me and you to take a break. Hold up. Hold up. And this is hard to do because the Hangman is a stoppage, is a pause in the action, is a suspended state, right? Secondary major for Pisces. You could have a Pisces in your life of significance, but you don't have to. And then you've got the 8 of Wands, which again is this very active card. And they're crossed from each other technically. I'll show you that in a second after I hold this up to the camera. 8 of Wands, more active energy. Again, like a dance move. It's so animated, physically dynamic, right? But then you've got these 2 cards cross each other, and then these 2 cards cross each other. They talk to each other, right? So as is your way, sign of duality, one of the signs of duality, Gemini, you might be of two minds about something. You're excited to go back out and play in the world and meet up with people and do the things you used to do. Whatever you want to do might not even involve being overly social for some of you. It's just to be out in public. And there's nothing wrong with that. We all could, to certain degrees, do that to a certain extent this entire time. But some of you are like, okay, now I'm ready to like go, hiking again. And that's fine. Hiking is a relatively solo activity, or like a small group or a pairing of people, right? That's not too bad. But if you and everybody and their mother wants to go hiking on the same day, the park is going to be crowded, the trail is going to be crowded. And it's like, be careful. Just be careful, okay? So there's this desire between the Fool and the Eight of Wands to do something, to get things started. Eight of Wands can just be about communication. So some of you've had projects on an ice block in the freezer, right? You've been stalled in your business world, and now you want to pick back up with it, but other people or the circumstances at hand, again, might not be able to handle the influx, the surge of demand, right? The surge of, this could, if it is about communication, Eight of Wands can talk about messaging, going back and forth, text messages, emails, what have you, right? Phone calls, Zoom calls, whatever. There might be like just this influx. So much. Oh, some of you are going to go right. Right. If you're a business owner, right, and you're opening up your business again, your small business, your restaurant, your hair salon, your nail salon, whatever it is, you might be flooded the first day you come back in, where normally on a Tuesday, you'd see like 20 clients in a day or 50 clients in a day. First day you come back, you put out a social media blast. You guys were going to be open by June 6th, blah, blah, blah. You got 300 requests. And that's not bad. That's good for business. That shows that the demand is there. But again, be tempered, at least. If it's not about slowing down, pumping the brakes completely, don't overwhelm yourself or overwhelm your staff, right? The Hangman and the Star in reverse, that's like a signal to not allow the situation to overwhelm you. Have patience, have a broader mind about this. Both of these cards, the Star and the Hangman, involve reflection, taking things in slowly, considering, right? Ease back into it. Fool, Eight of Wands is explosive. Do it now. Do it yesterday. So you might be of two minds. And again, if you've been without income, if it's been a financial pinch on you to have the doors of your business closed, the doors of your school closed, and the school's like, listen, we're going to take students back. And you're like, yes, take these kids. Get them out of here. And it's like, no, we're only going to take them back like twice a week. You're like, yeah. There's something about it where we got to slow this down a little bit and do things in a more measured, practical, slow to start or slow to rev up kind of thing. You know what I mean? Same way as if you let your car sit, and I hope people weren't doing this. I hope people didn't let their car sit straight for like 2 months. You need to like drive your car at least once a month. But let's say it was that. Let's say you left your vehicle sitting for 2 months, and it's not the worst thing you can do, but the first day that you start driving your car, you hit the highway and you drive it like 80 miles an hour for 2 hours, your car's going to be like, what are you doing to me? You see what I mean? So it's like the slow start back into normalcy. That is what I think they want you to do, but your inclination is like, but I want to go now. I get it. I'd be cautious though, if I were you, okay? Your reading is going pretty fast, and okay, that's another way we could read this maybe. Let's see about that. Let me see here. Because some of you, like I said, it's not about social things, and in other cases it is. So some of you may have been dealing with a specific person before Corona hit. You may have been, developing a relationship with someone, or you've been long distance with someone for a while. And this could be, I want to get back into dating. I want to get back into seeing this person, hanging out with this person, hanging out with the Hangman. And again, I'd be like, okay, be careful, because I mean, it's so crazy to think that just hanging out with a person face to face is cause for alarm, but it kind of is. Unless you can certify that both you and that person have been tested and you're in the clear, I wouldn't do it. But that's just me. You do what you want. Okay? So there is a potential that this is about a dating scenario or, other types of social engagements. Also business, yeah. All right. I think that's all for those. So let's see what other messages they have. What are the additional messages you have for Gemini? Because your reading is going super fast. Other messages you have for Gemini at this time in mid-May, please show me. And I mean, you guys are like social butterflies, you know what I mean? Third house. Oh my God. Hermit. How many times do they have to tell you? Slow down. Hermit, major arcana for Virgo. Some of you could be connecting with a Virgo or not at all. Other messages you have right now for, okay. Gemini, Ten of Cups. So Hermit, again, another card of slow it down, take your time, reflect, pause, hold up, wait a minute. It's a 22. No. Anyway, the Hermit and Ten of Cups. So you may be, tired of, or there might, okay. Some of you might have more things that need to be explored or tended to in a home situation. Ten of Cups is like happy home, happy wife, happy life kind of vibes. And if you're not married or in some type of romantic connection, it could just be, your familial family, the blood ties that you have, right? Your fathers, your fathers. Yeah, sure. If you've grown up with two dads, no problem. Fathers, mother, brothers, sisters, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And there might need to be some further reflection on that. If you've been in close quarters with your relatives, with your, your spouse or your blood relatives, what have you, and it's been contentious, I get the sense that some people would absolutely be ready to leave. Like, I've been stuck here talking to this person the entire time, or I love my husband so much, but I didn't love him. I love him a lot, but it's been a struggle. Yeah. So there might be this, it's like a shock to the system, right? If you are used to doing something like, okay, think of it this way. If you were, and this might not be the best analogy considering, the current events, but I'm going to go with it anyway. Consider when someone is comatose or someone is in the hospital for a long time, for whatever reason. It does not have to be related to coronavirus, okay? But, a part of the therapy before they're released, especially if they've laid in the bed for hours and hours and hours, for days on end, you have to exercise those muscles slowly, yeah? You can see that in plenty of TV shows and plenty of movies. One of the scenes that I remember, or that I think most people would be able to remember, that first season of The Walking Dead, which I didn't finish that show, and I fell off like in season 4 or some shit like that. But anyway, season 1, Rick Grimes wakes up after being in a coma, and the zombie apocalypse is happening outside, and he falls to the floor. Because he's laid in that bed for so long. He was unconscious for so long. But, the situation at hand, he was disoriented and he didn't know what was going on and nobody was responsive to him, right? So he decides to get up out of the bed on his own and he falls, right? So there's like this need for you to not fall to the floor, Gemini. Ease your way back out into whatever you're going towards. Social life, your business life, your dating life, your exercise routine. If you've been, if you're like a marathon runner and you've been, a lot of people have documented that, they've been running their marathons in their backyard. They've been, doing all their laps in the middle of their living room, whatever. It's going to be different when you go out and you're like burning up a sweat outside of your air-conditioned living room when you're out in the hot, dusty trails of Arizona or something like that. You see what I mean? Don't push yourself beyond the limits. Okay, you have 3 cards that really speak to slow it down, make sure you're properly easing yourself back into the situation. Star in reverse, Hermit, and the Hangman. Those 3 are like, chill, cool your jets, which is hard for a Gemini to do sometimes, but also, in some cases, maybe it's not that much of a challenge, but for whoever I'm connecting with, you guys are like really challenged in this. And again, I think it's related to your happy home, or something that brings you joy, something that brings you contentment and happiness. Ten of Cups doesn't have to be specifically family. It can, again, speak to your business life. It can speak to your singlehood. You know, maybe you've been talking to several people on Tinder or Grindr or whatever you're doing, whatever app you're using. You know, we're all welcome to use it, yeah. And you could be like ready to like go on some dates because you've missed that aspect of your life. You're young, or you know, you're not attached, and you've been home with your little dog or your little cat or whatever, and you've just missed going out on dates. You've missed someone buying you a drink. You've missed someone trying to flirt with you. Let's get out there and flirt. Be careful. Again, be careful. All right? All right, so let's go ahead and move over and get you an oracle card, because I mean, I was looking for a different message. It didn't even come out. Like how likely in terms of probability of a 78 card deck that I would get 3 cards come out for your reading that basically say, slow down. Slow down, Gemini. Slow it down. All right? So let's go ahead and get you an oracle card, and we're going to wrap up. Oracle card for Gemini at this time. Oracle card for Gemini at this time. Please show me. Which deck? Ooh. Between 2. All right, there we go. Magical spell cards for Gemini. Oracle message for Gemini at this time. Please show me. Oracle message for Gemini at this time. Please show me. Message for Gemini regarding their current situation in mid-May. That's good. I like that. One more. Thank you. All right. Huh. That was on the bottom. Trust. I am safe. I am secure. In love, I trust. My faith endures. We might do 2 for you. Because that was on the bottom, and I was just like, No, they're like, no, that's right. And they're like, that's right. I'm like, okay. I could have just picked that up, because that was the card that was on the bottom when I opened up the box. 31, you add that together, that's a 4 for those that care about the numerology. All right. Maybe that's why, because they're reminding me. There was something that I did for you guys a while ago about not being able to trust another person, I think. Was that in April? May? It was a recent video. It's in the title. So maybe that's what this is about. I don't know. Anyway, let's go. Trust is a major issue with people in our modern era. We're complex in our identity, so when can we be sure that others will be who they seem to be, that they'll do what they'll say they'll do, and that they'll never hurt us? The truth, oh my God, come on. The truth is there are no guarantees, as we can't control each other, thankfully. But with this simple spell, the universe will help you by showing you it is the demon of doubt that sows seeds of mistrust. And sometimes it is those seeds alone that destroy relationships and even create conditions which give rise to hurt. Trust is also earned through deed working with word. So it is wise to observe for a time, then to grow trust as you would the most beautiful of flowers. If you have been chosen by this spell, the universe wants you to know that trust is also about letting the universe take care of you. You can't control everything, but what you can see and believe in your mind's eye often comes to be in what we call the real world. You may have seen this amazing law in action within your life already. So cast the spell knowing that its symbolic binding is as much a part of your attitude to life and others as it is about other people. If you have chosen this spell, you may be suspicious of a loved one or feeling insecure regarding another's affections and regard for you. Please work with this spell to let your ultimate trust be in the universe. Allow yourself to enjoy what the universe has blessed with you. Its powerful magic will work if you empower this magical ritual with the belief that it will work. Trust in the universe. It truly loves and supports you. Okay, so, I mean, me saying be safe, be safe, be safe, and like I'm worrying about, sorry, knocking this table all over, worried about you guys like rushing back out into the world and, you know, committing yourself to actions without thinking about it. I don't know. I really don't know the intersection between all of that and this. And it might speak to your difference of opinion within yourself. Like part of you wants to trust, part of you wants to, you know, kind of trust that everything will be okay, trust in the universe, but then another side of you might be kind of critical of that, or you might be overthinking things, something like that. The second part of that, what I read in the book about family members, that takes me back to that scenario where, you know, some people might be using your birthday season or this time just with restrictions easing up, Gemini. They might be conflating that with you and like, okay, well, let's just have this family reunion on your birthday or around then. And you're kind of like, but wait a minute. Isn't that, is that something that is healthy or is that safe? And so I don't know what the trust is about. I'm honest. If I'm honest, I really don't know. I always, you know, whether I say it or not, I want people to discern for themselves how the message applies and take what resonates. You know what I mean? Everything that I've said, it might not have applied to you at all. Everything I said may have applied. It's going to vary for each of you. So use your own discernment. Think before you act. That's what I feel is the bigger advice. You know, so Gemini, that is your reading for mid-May. If you liked it, the like button is down below. Go ahead and hit that for me. If you want to leave a comment, let me know how this resonated in your life. That would be super, super cool. If you want to share the video, let other people know you like watching my stuff. And if you haven't subscribed, that'd be super cool as well. Like I said, I have some stuff coming up for you. I've got your birthday message coming out tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get it out tomorrow. And then you've got your June messages coming up very shortly, your mid-Junes, and of course your live sometime in either the second or the third week of June on a Saturday. Again, I will announce that as the date comes closer. So a lot of things are coming up in your season from your girl Jay. If you're interested in any of that stuff, please subscribe. If you're interested in getting a personal with me, again, that information is in the description box. And again, I'm over on Instagram at EmpathicFire Tarot if you want to give me a follow over there, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching this video, Gemini. I really do appreciate it. Take care.